Hey guys, what is going on? We are back and we are taking a look at another top 5 here. Today we are going to be talking about the top 5 fastest killing weapons in the Vanguard Season 4 update. Now, there are a lot of fantastic weapons in this update and I definitely couldn't include them all. Like, I'm sure I'm definitely going to have missed your favorite weapon and that's a little unfortunate, but there is only so many weapons that I can look at in these videos. But just before we do get into our top 5 fastest killing weapons in the Season 4 update here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it and it really does help me out. Of course, we are still trying to go towards 6,000 subscribers. If you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely massive. So let's talk about it here, the top 5 fastest killing weapons in the game in the Season 4 update in Vanguard here. So starting us off here, we actually have the Nikita AVT. Now I think this is a very, very effective assault rifle in this game. Really the only thing that does let this gun down a little bit is its magazine size, but other than that, it is one of the best guns in the game, definitely. You get a ridiculously fast TTK of about 170, 180 milliseconds, which is a fantastic milestone for us to hit here. You get really good accuracy, good bullet velocity, handling speeds. This thing is just an all-around great weapon, and again, one of the fastest killing guns in the Season 4 update. Starting us off here, we do actually have the recoil booster, which does increase that fire rate by about 4%, which is a nice little increase to that fire rate on top. In the barrel, we do have the Empress 613mm BFA. This does make us highly accurate and controllable, gives us a little bit of flinch resistance. Basically, this means we do get an increase to our horizontal and vertical recoil control of 45%. In the optic slot, we do have the slate reflector here for a very nice clear sight picture. Pick and choose however you prefer. If you don't like this one, take something else. In the stock, we do have the Kovalev Skyer folding stock for a hip fire accuracy increase, aim walking movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. But another good option as well as the Empress AVT RS for initial accuracy and recoil, and again aim down sight speed. Moving on to the underbarrel, we do have the M1941 hand stop here just to increase that recoil control just a little bit, but this thing's pretty accurate as it is, so you definitely can get away with running the M3 ready grip here for more aim down sight speed and more sprint to fire speed, as well as aim walking movement speed. Now the big bad attachment here is the 30-06 25 round fast mag here. This does increase our damage, our range, our bullet velocity, our bullet penetration, and our reload speed. Does take our damage number to 32 as a minimum. Definitely still can get 3-shot kills with this though. Gives us great range, bullet velocity values. This is just a fantastic attachment with a very fast reload speed. However, it is a little short in terms of that magazine size. In the ammo type, we do go with hollow point here to increase that limb damage. This actually does allow us to continue our 3-shot kills to everywhere on the body with this weapon, which is absolutely fantastic. Really does improve our consistency with this gun. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. In the proficiency, we go with brace here to increase that initial accuracy and recoil, but if you really want to get more bullets into this gun, you can take sleight of hand as well, which is a very powerful one. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here to round this off with the most amount of starting ammo here. Again, magazine's a little short, so you can use all the rounds you can get. Moving on here to another absolute monster in this game. If you've tried the BAR with the 2-shot kill, you know just how fast this thing does kill. I actually think it's like closer to like 100 milliseconds, 120 milliseconds with this thing when you are getting 2-shot kills, which is absolutely ridiculous. Plus, if you are going on those longer streaks, this is absolutely the perfect weapon for you because hitting 2 shots is simply easier than hitting 3 for the most part. Really, really reliable in those clutch moments, being able to just remove people from the game at a ridiculously fast speed. The recoil on this particular build is not exactly ideal. It can be a little tricky sometimes, so typically with this build you do want to fight at medium to close range. However, we can change out some attachments if you do want to fight at a little bit of longer business here. Starting us off, we do have the recoil boost. Again, this is another fire rate increase of about 5%. Increasing the fire rate when you do get a 2-shot kill is absolutely massive for TTK. Barrel, again, we do have the Chariot 18-inch rapid barrel, which does give us, again, a 20% boost to that fire rate. However, if you do want your gun to be a little bit more accurate here, I'd probably take the CGC 27-inch 2B. This makes us really, really accurate here. It really does help with that recoil control, so keep this in mind if you do want to fight at medium range. In the optic slot, we do go with the slate reflector here, but again, you can pick and choose whatever you prefer in this slot. The stock, we do have the Chariot WR for aiming stability, recoil control, accuracy, and flinch resistance. This really does help with that increase of that fire rate, man. Like, when you are firing those bullets, you do still need to be accurate here, so this does help out. In the underbarrel, we do go with the M1941 hand stop again for that recoil control and that accuracy. We need a lot of help here. Magazine, .50 BMG 30 round mag, damage increase, range increase, bullet velocity, bullet penetration, and a larger magazine. 68 damage per bullet is absolutely monstrous here. This is ridiculously fast killing, hits super hard, and occasionally you can just one-shot someone if they have taken a little bit of damage already. In the ammo type, we do go with lengthen here so we get those bullets to hit the target as fast as possible with that increase to that bullet velocity. Rear grip, stipple grip tape just to help with that little bit of extra recoil on top. In the proficiency, we do go with hard scope here. Typically, we do want to move around the map with our aim down sight up most of the time just so we're ready to fire with this thing, and this does give us increased accuracy and recoil when we are sustained aim down sight. And then we round this off with the kit again with fully loaded loaded here for the most amount of bullets again. Alrighty, moving on to the most recent weapon on this list, and actually probably the fastest killing gun on this list, apart from like a one-shot kill. The Akimbo Marco 5 does kill in about 80 milliseconds up close, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if somebody walks into you and you do have both of these things trained on their like chest and head, you're just going to remove them from the game. This is absolutely ridiculously fast killing, and it's a lot of fun to sprint around with this, but you can't really fight at those medium distances because, I mean, you got Akimbo SMGs, you got to fight up close, and that is fantastic with this. It's so much fun to run around with this if you've not unlocked it yet. It's not even that bad with the Marco 5 in terms of that unlock level. It's like level 42 or something. Starting us off here again, we do have the muzzle. We go with that recoil booster just to give us that little bit of an increase to our fire rate. However, I would love to run the M1929 silencer on this thing just to increase that accuracy just a little bit more without reducing that range like the Mercury silencer does. In the barrel, we do go with the body 285mm custom barrel to increase that hip fire accuracy. Very, very simple one. That's all we're looking for with most of these attachments. In the optic, we're just taking a little bit of a goofy one here in the MK12 night vision. I believe this does increase our recoil control and our accuracy. And it looks really funny. In the stock, we do go with the body HF folding to increase that hip fire accuracy again, as well as that sprint to fire speed. Magazine, we do go with the 8mm Nambu 60 round drum mag here to increase that fire rate, give us a little bit of accuracy, movement speed, and aim down sight speed, which doesn't matter because we can't aim down sight. But this does take our fire rate to almost 800 rounds per minute. Again, that 80 millisecond time to kill is absolutely ridiculous, man. Ammo type, we do go with lengthened here just to increase that bullet velocity. However, I would love to go with hollow point, as this does increase our consistency at those sort of medium distances. You just increase that damage just a little bit to those limbs. In the rear grip, we do have the pine tar grip for, again, you guessed it, the hip fire accuracy from this thing. Pretty simple attachment. Akimbo proficiency, again, this is one we want if we want to run two guns. Very simple again. And in the kit, we do probably want to run around with quick here for the increased sprint speed, but again, fully loaded also a good option as well. Moving on to one of my absolute favorite guns in the game, this is the Automaton. Now, not a lot of people use this thing despite it being very, very powerful. They're more drawn to like your Nikita AVTs and your Cooper carbines, just because they're a little bit more reliable than this thing, but this gun still kills absolutely ridiculously quickly when you are getting those medium range gunfights. I believe off the top of my head it does sit around 160 to 180 milliseconds with all the right attachments, which we're about to talk about in just a second here, which kills really, really quickly for a weapon in this game. Again, we do start off with the muzzle here. This is the MX silencer. This does increase our sound suppression as well as that accuracy. However, you can just take something like a Mercury silencer if you don't want to reduce that aim down sight speed. In the barrel, we do go with the Zach FA short. This does increase our damage, and combined with the magazine that we're about to talk about, does take our damage number to 39 damage per bullet, allowing us to get consistent 3-shot kills at 759 RPM is a very, very high quality TTK. In the optic, we do go with the slate reflector here, but again, pick and choose what you prefer. The stock, we do have the Zach skeletal for the aim walking movement speed. This is massive for this weapon, allows us to sort of zoom around the map with the aim down sight up. In the underbarrel, M1941 hand stop here, recoil control and accuracy. The magazine that we did talk about previously does increase our damage, our bullet velocity, our range, and our bullet penetration. Taking a look at this, again, 39 damage per bullet at 759 RPM is a really, really strong TTK for this game, guys. In the ammo type, we do go with lengthened here to increase that bullet velocity here again. Stipple grip in the rear grip slot for initial accuracy and recoil. You need this with this gun because it's a little bouncy sometimes. In the proficiency, we do go with that tight grip here again for the accuracy during sustained fire. And then in the kit, we do have the fully loaded option here to give us, again, more starting bullets. And to round this one off, we do have a little bit of an accuracy gun here. This is the M1916. Now, does this really count as one of the fastest killing guns in the game when you technically can fire one bullet and get one kill? I guess that kind of counts, but again, if we were including that on this list as well, we could probably include shotguns, which instantly delete people up close. But this weapon's very, very interesting here. This is a marksman rifle, and it was unlocked in the last season, and now this thing is an absolute monster here. We throw in the vital perk with this, and we throw on the custom barrel, and if you do get an upper torso or a headshot, you can just instantly delete people from the game. It is so super satisfying. If you aren't getting a one-shot kill, it can be a little slow in terms of that TTK. Like 3 shots with this thing is not very good, but when you do have the potential to instantly delete any single person from the game with a one-shot kill to the upper torso or the head, this thing's ridiculous. It's so much fun. Or you can just make this thing a fully automatic gun and get 2-shot kills with the vital perk as well, which is again one of the most fun options in the game, so keep that in mind here. So starting us off here, we do have the muzzle, which is the G28 compensator. This just gives a little bit of a boost to that recoil control. You can of course take a Mercury silencer again if you do prefer this. Now the barrel, the ZP custom, does increase that headshot damage. We take a look at this number here, and it is 129 damage per bullet. Now you look at the damage number of a normal shot, it's 38 damage per bullet, which still does allow us to get a 3-shot kill. But again, an absolutely crucial one to include here is the vital perk. This basically does increase that crit zone size to include the upper torso when you are getting that crit damage, meaning you're basically going to get a headshot when you do shoot somebody in the upper torso, meaning you're going to get a 1-shot kill, which is so fun here. If you're accurate, this is basically the perfect class setup for you. In the optic, G16 2.5 times, just because we do like to fight at those medium distances. I feel like this makes us a little bit more accurate here. In the ZP Custom M502 Custom, in the stock one, we do have this fully horizontal recoil control and the aim down side speed. Under barrel, the M1941 hand stop for recoil control and accuracy. In the magazine, I'm a little bit torn about this one for the 6.5mm Sakura 20 round mag. This does increase our fire rate and our accuracy, and doesn't really negatively impact our one-shot kill for 129 damage to the vital. But again, you can just take an 8mm Klauser rifle 40 round mag if you do just sort of want to increase that consistency. But again, this is up to you. In ammo type, we do go with lengthened here to increase that bullet velocity. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, because we just really need that accuracy increase, just because we are getting those one-shot kills anyway. You fire one shot and someone's dead, don't worry about it too much. Again, we talked about the proficiency, and then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here for the maximum starting ammo. So there it is, guys. In my opinion, these are the top 5 fastest killing guns in the Vanguard Season 4 update. There are a load of other guns I could have included on this list. Like, should we include shotguns? Should we include snipers on this list just because they kill, like, instantly? It's hard to say. But again, I feel like these guns are sort of general use, a bit of interesting stuff for pretty much everyone to run around with. If you've unlocked any of these, make sure you do try them out, because they are super entertaining guns and they kill ridiculously fast, especially the Marco 5 Akimbo. Just before we do go here though, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely fantastic. And again, hopefully that does mean I will see you in the next video. Bye!